You are tuned in with LFOD 91.5. Make sure you turn it high.
LFOD, Live Free or Die Radio. You already know.
LFOD Radio, Live Free or Die Radio. Bang.
LFOD Radio, Live Free or Die.
You are now tuned in to Live Free or Die Radio. I am your host, Uncle Sam. Today is Tuesday, May 14th, 2019, and this is episode 142. We got Boston Rise coming in here in a minute. Boston Rise is an initiative to lift art, culture, and community in the city of Boston. They pair working artists with youth creators to record an album, and then they develop visual content that promotes positivity and social responsibility. They just dropped that first album. We're about to play some music from that, talk to the kids, see what they learned from it, what they liked about it, etc. We also are joined by the two founders, JPRiZM and JUMA. They're Boston artists. JUMA also teaches media literacy to teens, helping them to avoid negative influencing. If you missed last week, the Hoop Hop Bakari JB episode is up right now. So is Cheese Bankroll. If you can feel it, you can speak it. Dust Collectors, Real P, Bobby Bangers, and a whole lot more. Those are all on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Spotify, LFODradio.com, and pretty much anywhere you could find a podcast. If you subscribe, you will get it right away. You'll get this one sometime midday tomorrow. Otherwise, you can follow us at LFOD Radio and with an underscore on Twitter, and you'll get that when we tweet it out. Stay tuned for these extra bars, too. I heard we got some coming tonight, and Bakari went in last week. Hashtag extra bars. If you're an artist tuned in, submissions at LFODradio.com. Send us your clean records. That's how this all starts. You send us music, we rock with it, and then we bring people on. We only have one more episode this season, though. Well, two more. We're going to do a recap, but one more guest this season, and that's next week. We got DJ LC coming in. But still send us music because we'll be playing records all summer long. And one more time, shout out to the patrons out there. We did something new this week. We had a bunch of tickets to the Smino show last night, and we gave away a pair of tickets there. So in addition to helping keep the show rocking, keep the scene growing, and really showing them you're out here, we're going to be giving away tickets on there and all sorts of stuff. That's patreon.com/LFOD life. That Smino show was wild. Smino, Earth Gang, and Felix. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. It might be Folix, but it was a wild show. We sent a whole bunch of people to it. My phone was blowing up all night. Videos, texts, everyone had a blast. Got a little bit crazy afterhand. I don't know what went on with Paradise Security, but they got into it with Smino. And from what I heard, it was mostly on the venue, so we'll keep you up to date with that and see if we can find out a little bit more what happened. But the show itself was very healthy. Everyone went in, did their thing, sold out. They're supposed to be back on the 19th. Hopefully that show still happens, but they're supposed to be back on the 19th. Also this weekend, Thrive Exchange, another huge one at Sonia. Shout out Disorder and Thrive for selling out Sonia. Victoria was there. She might call in. She said she's working tonight. She said she's going to call in once these last people at her work leave. She's behind a counter, so it might get interrupted by people trying to buy cigarettes. But hopefully she'll be calling in, letting us know what's up. In the meantime, we are going to play some records, though, and get set up. Bring Boston Rise in here. They're ready to rock. We got a new one from John Hope. This one's called Reeler. It's produced by Mike Stallone. You are tuned in to Live Free or Die Radio.
All right. Yo. SOS. I'm so pressed. Been so stressed. and I feel it like it's all up in my chest. Whew, let it go. I don't need no medical. Push him from my pinnacle. Push him off the pedestal. Now I got a better view. Bet if you bet on me, winning you will never lose. Making all my better moves. I'm so focused like a swarm of hungry locusts. Getting closer now, I'm closest, and they know this, so they notice. Every move I make, their rules I break. They will never rule my fate. You must take me for someone else. You thinking JUMA break. JUMA thinks, JUMA thoughts. That's how JUMA operates. Different beat, different drum. Moving at my JUMA pace. Half man, half great. I ain't even in the human race. Dreams on the table and it's all for the take. Bro, so what you stopping for? I'm screaming anything is possible.
Okay.
We're interrupting that for a second. We have Victoria with us.
Hey.
You are live on air. What's happening?
Ooh, not much. Just, hanging out at work in Portsmouth.
Nice. And we are
LFOD life in the raw.
repping it.
Hey.
And we have Amanda Shea in the building as well.
Hey.
So,
What's good?
So we got to there's a bunch of Rise folks here. So, Victoria,
Ooh.
starting with Friday, what happened?
Friday. What happened Friday?
You were at the Thrive Exchange, Thrive-a-Palooza.
Oh, I was at the Thrive Exchange. Oh, my. Okay, sorry. My vibe was so lit at the Thrive Exchange. I had so much fun. I got to see a lot of people who I'm mostly interacting with online, so it was nice to put actual physical bodies to the handles I've come to admire and appreciate as artists and performers in the area. Well, before I got there, I guess the fire alarm went off and everyone had to be cleared out, which was neat. But thankfully, when I did arrive, it was on and popping again, and although they pulled everyone from the stage, that was photographers, Ryan from Disorder thankfully lets me come and stand by his side to get some photos.
Shout out Ryan.
Cool. Yes, big shout out Ryan. Awesome. He's been doing a great job with a lot of the events he's been putting together. And it was really good. I definitely bought some clothes from Straws and Farewell, which are two cool brands from Boston. I don't know if you guys know about them.
You put me on to Farewell Division, right?
Farewell, yep.
Yeah, I like their stuff a lot.
Yeah, they're great, and Straws is great. I'm wearing a Straws shirt right now. It's pretty rad stuff.
Who had your favorite?
Gorillo's Pickles. Oh, my goodness.
What?
My mind was blown. Gorillo's Pickles, Gorillo's Pickles was another vendor at the show, and I ended up getting 2 jars of their pickles before leaving, and my life has changed.
Nice.
100%. Yeah, that was cool. I like the vendor and musician vibe that goes on there. It's pretty good at the Disorder shows.
Anybody blow your mind musically on stage?
Everyone was pretty wild and insane. I know Donald Grunge was gone for a bit, and it was one of his first shows back, so that was good. He had a lot of energy, especially with his cowboy vibe. And then Hefe Replay did a really lit job.
That's my guy.
His energy. Yeah, he's a great guy. He was also at the Smino show last night, and Donald was there. So I said hello to both of them. Sorry you didn't make it, Amanda. It was a really great Boston show. Sonia was good.
Earth Gang was in the building too, though, right?
Oh yeah, last night Earth Gang was there.
I know.
I didn't know who Earth Gang was. But they were
geez,
great.
don't say that on
No,
air.
don't say that. Especially not to
listen,
me.
guys. I am a photographer first.
Yeah.
And I admire everything else. I love music. I can't know everybody.
Great save.
I can't know everyone. I'm not going to lie.
So, yeah, that show looked wild. Everybody we sent was hitting us up all night.
It was super packed. And I guess what, they're doing another one?
Allegedly on May 19th, but there was some funny stuff that took place after, so I don't know.
Funny stuff. I don't know how much you want to talk about the Paradise stuff.
I sort of talked about it already, but...
Oh, well, I really didn't appreciate.
Yeah, so the show was good, though, musically? Everyone did their thing?
Great. I mean, it was good. It was nice. It was real tight. It's really hard for me to, see with all my stuff at shows like that, though, because when they're super packed, I'm not gonna plow through people. I don't really see I don't have privilege over people who have stayed and waited in line.
Right.
Get inside, and I understand that I could gently ask go get up front, take a few photos, but I don't want to when they're dousing the crowd in water.
Right.
So just kind of strange.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah, it was a really good show, though. The energy was awesome. Smino definitely, I don't know exactly what happened, but there was an altercation with someone, I believe, who was part of his crew. And, yes.
Yeah.
Chanting F security went off, and then there was a little tiny brawl in the corner as I was going down the stairs, and one of the security people jumped over me to get into the mix. So
Jeez.
it was like a really close and personal show.
Yeah.
Everyone was real tight, but it was really great. The energy was awesome. Smino did a really good job performing. It was really cool to see him with his hair out.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I definitely got a Silk Line hoodie, so...
Oh, you got one?
Yeah. It's an XL.
That's
so
what's
if
up.
anyone has a medium, just let me know. We can trade.
That's what's up. That was the big goal. You got it. Good work.
I don't think I got it yet. That was just the first one I got. So.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, so if you guys want to trade hoodies with Victoria, let us know.
Yeah, let me know.
Yes.
Line hoodies. Anytime. But I guess they're dropping the hoodies every 4 months, so.
Nice. All right. Well, hey, thanks for calling in.
Yeah, thanks for answering the phone.
You're welcome. I always pick up when you call.
No, I know. I'm sad. This is super cool. I'm really happy that I got to call in, and it's gone well.
Yeah.
I haven't heard any weird sounds, so.
No, you did great.
You did amazing.
Great correspondent. Check in.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun at the shows, especially the Disorder one. It was really great. I definitely left in high spirits. So
Shout out to them. It's good to see people doing that. You know, having sold out shows, doing their thing. So
You lit.
we love it. All right, well we're gonna play one. This "Where You At" record by Clark D.
Cool.
Oh man, I didn't ask him how to pronounce his name. He said Eche was his name, but Echezona by Clark D, Echezona, and JPRiZM. And then Victoria, I'll talk to you later, and we'll see you hopefully next week when we're back here with LC.
Bye.
All right, have fun at work.
Yeah, I will. TTFN.
All right, bye. We're tuned in to LFOD Radio. We're gonna get into this "Where You At" record, and we'll be back with the crew after this.
I feel my sense calling, so I gotta go. And this world could be so cold, so I'm an Eskimo. But my passion is my gas, I'm like a vehicle. And I go automatic, I don't need no manual. I'm an addict to this life, I feel the highs and lows. I talk to God as my rehab, so I don't overdose. And this life is like an ocean, and I need a boat. And if I swallow all my pride, I think I might just choke. So I've been moving and searching, and I've been trying to be certain. But there's just one thing for certain, and this is fire that's burning. I think it's called time, and we running out. And that's about the only thing that I got figured out. So I'm moving on now. Yeah, Clark D. Quick, right?
Check it. ECH, yeah, I'm a predator on the mic. It's Boston Rise on the scene. You know we about to do it right. We came up to the station, had to come and be correct. I always told you that I'm coming my respect. I'm only 18, living life crazy. It's wavy. Every hater wanna talk, but they ain't trying to play me. Move with the stammerer. Shout out my man behind the camera. I'm trying to tell you that I'm not an amateur. See, I started real young and I'm just trying to rise. I told these rappers I'ma come and be a big surprise. I told them that I got a different energy. It's hardly anybody trying to top me. Shout out Brody Clark D. We be robbing and waving. Shout out to JUMA and JPRiZM. You know that we stay with it. We quick with the slave rhythm. Everybody got a different energy for me, but I'm just trying to tell these rappers, if you face me, rest in peace. I'm too nice with the bars. This is all off the dome. Told you one day that I'ma bring it home. Mama better know I'ma represent. Put on for the family. You know I gotta do it so amicably. You can never ever try to play me. I'm nice with the rhymes and I just kick with the time, man. It's no surprise. I still go off top and the flow is so metal. I don't even know, but I body every instrumental, man. I told you I'ma push it to the metal every break. I get greedy on the mic as much as you can take. Told you that I'm trying to be with Lil Wayne and Drake. Sign me to Young Money and in every bars I take. Bars so phenomenal, it's practice. I told you that I'm never ever gonna be no average. If I could go on, you could go, I'll make it rapping. I told mom I'ma make it happen with action, moving satisfaction. Easy with the bars that I be going. Everybody wanna talk, but they be clashing. Representing Boston, the city needs energy. Told y'all I'm trying to leave a legacy. Forgetting all my enemies, cause they ain't even next to my level. Trying to go on cop mom and nice, go with the bezel. Told daddy I'ma make it cause his son is a genius. Everybody hunting but they never believed it. Out in Weston where people hate on me crazy, I still had a family that support me on the daily. Since I was a baby, told them that they raised me.
All right, we are back. LFOD Radio. We got JPRiZM and JUMA with us. If y'all want to introduce yourselves real quick so they know your voices.
Sure. My name is JUMA.
Wait 1 second. Your mic is messed up. One more.
1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2.
You're good.
What's going on with the goings-ons, everybody? My name is JUMA. I am co-founder of Boston Rise and the founder and director of The Message.
What's going on, everybody? This is JPRiZM, also co-founder of Boston Rise and producer, engineer, self-employed, and we just keep the records booming.
Yeah, that's what they're supposed to do, right?
Yes, sir. All day.
Sir. Before we get into it, I need to shout you guys out. I learned a word reading your one sheet. Deleterious.
That's JUMA over here.
Yeah, I didn't know that word, so and that definitely exists. Deleterious media messaging. I like that.
It's a 25. Not 25. That's about $2 word, man.
That's like $25.
$25.
Yeah,
25. Cool.
It was, maybe because you could reason it out. The root was clear. So, yeah, maybe not a $25 word. I don't know. But, yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
I think it's
to be determined.
So, it's a word I didn't know, and that was cool. Right? So, I was happy about that. And you had a one sheet, so that was great. I really like the mentor, mentee, rookie, vet, dynamic, whatever you want to call it. Because I really feel like everyone has a lot to teach each other when it comes to art. What is the biggest thing you've learned from them since you started this?
Oh, man. First off is the energy, Like, I love working with youth because their energy is always on point. And, you know what I'm saying? The talent is there, but energy from the youth is, like, really special. And, like, that's something that's contagious. So it's almost like you can learn from it, So, it always keeps the project going forward. And that's what I love the most, for sure.
Yeah. Man, I learned that there's hope. That this, and not to say that, our outlook on this generation is hopeless, but there's a lot of stigma around Generation Z being, endlessly trapped in phones and not being able to. But working with these guys and other young people and privileged to engage. They just inspire an incredible sense of hope for the future and hope for the city and hope for the music game.
That's a pretty good takeaway. Hope is great.
Yeah. It's real. It's real.
What do you? So you said there's a lot of misconception about Gen Z. What's the biggest thing that you did? What surprised? What caught you off guard about that?
About working with them that you didn't expect, because you said there was a misconception and then you kind of found that there was hope. So what did you think? Oh, they're going to be like this, and they were not. Sure. Well, one of the misconceptions, or one of the stigmas around Generation Z, which is passed down from their millennial, their counterparts, was that kids are unmotivated or not driven, but no, every single one of these young folks that we work with, their drive was what impressed me more than anything. Yes, they're amazingly talented, but just incredibly driven, incredibly self-motivated. I can't say enough about these guys, this group's ambition and just focus to go hard. It was really impressive. Yeah, that's amazing. And that's contagious too. Absolutely. That's great. So how did your own experiences lead to the creation of this program? Wow. So do you want to? Yeah, I'll take that one first. I've been a DIY artist for, probably a long time now. And, it just has been about hustling and keep on doing whatever you can, day in and day out. And, I didn't realize that over that time period, there's a lot of things that I learned. You know what I'm saying? No one really, sat me down in a classroom and was like, this is how you be an artist, this is how you be a producer, this is how you be this and that. But it was all just, hard knocks, just keep on keeping on day in and day out. And what I realized was, man, it would be really cool if I could
somehow give that to someone else. You know what I'm saying? And like I had been a teacher in the message program with JUMA at the Burke High School, and so we kind of linked up through that, and as a result, like we thought we could give our own knowledge to our own mentees in a sense, and that's how it kind of grew from that. You know what I'm saying? So it just kind of was like, yo, how can we give back in some way? And then Boston Rise was born.
That's awesome.
I concur.
Yeah. nice and simple. Well, we do want to get to them quick, so I want to just, first of all, if someone else wants to get involved, whether other youth, whatever, how do they go about doing that?
Yeah, hit us up.
How does one get involved?
Yeah. Well, first you have to know the secret knock.
Okay.
Once you learn the secret knock, then you have to learn the secret handshake.
Okay.
Once you learn the secret handshake, then and only then. You guys ready?
Yes, we're patiently waiting.
Then you can be welcomed into the fold.
Okay.
And hit us up at bostonrises.com.
Then you need to...
The knock and the handshake. I'm still there. I'm with it. I get it.
BostonRises.com, at BostonRises, BostonRises at Gmail.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is just the first season, so, this is just the beginning.
That's what I'm saying. I know you're not going to just do this and walk away, so...
Well, my question really quickly before we ask the young people to come on air, where do you do this at, and what so it's a two-part question. Where do you do this at, and what prompted you to want to document all of it?
Well, all the recording was done out of Jared's studio in Austin. In terms of documenting the process, we got to capture, here's the thing, we set out to document every step of the process, but what was really cool was that once we got into the recording and into the moments were almost too precious, not to sound cheesy, and like too tender to it's just like, nah, camera's off. Let's have this moment. Let's hold this space.
That's
and let's just create. But we've been able to document lots of other aspects of the work and the music and the process, and some of the performances. So yeah, just capturing the moment as appropriate. That's the primary inspiration, and just allowing folks a window to kind of see what goes on, how it goes down, and that's the impetus and the drive. Yeah.
Is this open to, like, where are the kids from that join Boston Rise, and is this open to New England? Absolutely. So Clark and Eche, we recruited Clark and Eche from the Boys and Girls Club. Lilly was actually a former student of mine at Brooke High School. Wow.
Yeah. Deanna, we actually met Deanna through Zoomix.
Hey, that's yeah. Shout out Zoomix. They're doing amazing work.
All day.
That's amazing. So this is open. Is there an age limit? Is there an age range?
Yeah. So we define youth is anywhere from 12 to 22. I mean, actually, we don't even graduate from adolescence until 25. Prefrontal cortex, that doesn't finish developing until age 25.
Talk about it.
And so, yeah, I mean, technically, youth is all the way up until age 25.
That's good to know.
Oh, no, that's scientific stats is on that.
I thought you might want to know.
I am a young adult.
I think it's a beautiful thing that you do document to a certain extent, because people do want to know how to get involved, and they do want to be able to be excited and see their peers and people in their age range doing things that they may or may not feel like it's feasible for them to do, or it's accessible for them to do. So I think that's a beautiful thing that you do that, and I do definitely respect the fact that when there's certain, like, you know, cherished, precious moments, like, you're able to discern which ones to capture and whatnot and be able to be in that space. So that's beautiful, and that's very healthy for them.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Also, shout out to Boys and Girls Clubs and Zoomix for having such good community programs already set up. You know what I'm saying? Boston's a really great place for the youth, and just like in general, just putting out great art, and there's so much talent in the city already, and we're just one of many platforms that are just trying to showcase it the best we can, you know, with what we got. So, you know, shout out to our city.
Yeah. Shout out to Brook High School too.
Yes.
Yep.
Shout out Brook High School.
Yeah. Incredible talent. Shout out THHT, everyone doing that stuff, and like everyone pushing. So they're gonna be coming on in a second. People can hit you up, BostonRises.com, BostonRises at Gmail, at BostonRises on everything. Before we bring them on, first, what is coming up next? Like, what you dropped the album, what's the next plan?
Yeah, so we're gonna continue to promote the album.
Yep.
We want to shoot a video for Where You At. It's the single.
Okay.
So yeah, we definitely want to capture a dope visual for Where You At. And then once we round out the promotional cycle, we're gonna sit down, regroup, and figure out next steps, what season 2 looks like, and you know when it looks like, and yeah.
Excellent. Make sure tag us when you drop that so we can let people know.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely.
And
Send
y'all
it
follow
to
them
us,
anyway,
too.
so you don't need to follow us, but follow us both, so you'll definitely see it.
And send it to submissions at LFOD.com.
Yeah, LFODradio.com.
LFODradio.com.
Yeah, we got it. We
See, I
got
try to
it.
slide. I was sliding.
She's smooth.
I try.
So, what song do you guys want to play?
Where you at? The same.
We already played that.
Oh, we played Where You
we
At.
can play it again.
No. Let's get another one in there.
Let's get into.
Eche got a recommend.
He's got.
Also, let's play D's joint.
D's joint.
Yeah, Deanna's joint.
So
yeah.
that's
Break My Heart.
Break My Heart.
Yeah.
Let's give that a run.
All right, so we're going to play Deanna, Break My Heart, JPRiZM on production.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, we'll be back after this with the gang, the group. LFOD Radio.
Been through many things that I can't even explain, but what good is it if I just sit and complain? Time for me to get right outside my box, and if I don't, I'ma be so mad. I used to be afraid that they were mad at me, but since life's a game, I brought my own bat to play. Oh, never stop the stressing. People keep oppressing. Though the cares of life can be so tired of stressing. Now I don't want to waste my time, so stop hurting me. You see, I can't be around people who's discouraging me, and you gotta go. Oh, 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 oh. Now I don't want to waste my time, so stop hurting me. You see, you're adding to the fire, just keep gassing me, gonna blow some more. Oh, 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 oh.
And we are back. Live Free or Die Radio. We got Boston Rises with us. If you guys want to one by one go down and introduce yourselves so we know who you are, whichever. Yeah, ladies first.
Ladies first.
All right. So, hi, my name is Deanna, and I'm a singer-songwriter and a producer in the training. You know?
And we just heard your record, right?
Yeah. I mean, I can talk about that later. We got to go down the line.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Lilly. I'm a poet, spoken word.
What's going on, y'all? My name is Echezona, EC to the HE, and nobody do it better, huh? Young artist from the city of Boston, representing 18, driven, motivated. Boston Rise, what up?
Word. It's your favorite boy, Clark D. I'm a rapper, producer, engineer, visionary, extraordinaire, Superman, Clark Kent, you know.
A visionary.
Boston Rise.
I like it. So what drew you guys to this? Why did you do this? You can kind of go for it.
I mean, I'll just say this. I came across JPRiZM, the multi-talented producer behind this whole thing, when I was about like 16 years old. And from day one, he always saw a vision that was like, yo, we want you to, we see you becoming one of the future faces of the city. How can I help? And from meeting up in Austin at his studio to create new music, getting to collab with my brother Clark D, meeting Lilly and Deanna, it's been a pleasure. And we've been at a place where now we just came together, created a superpower team, made some great music, put it together, some great messages, put it together, and made something special for the city to hear.
I mean, I guess what brought me to it was, first and foremost, I believe God, you know, because every relationship happens.
You can move that mic closer to you.
Oh, yeah. My fault. I just move back and forth a lot. But yeah, no, I like to say God, I mean, because I believe God has a huge hand in like everything I do in my life. And so I believe that first. And then I was working at the Boys and Girls Club. I mean, that's where my music career started. And of course, like I saw Eche when I was in high school, whatever, and he was killing stuff. He made me feel insecure about myself, to be honest. I'm like, yo, how's this young man killing it right now? I'm just starting making music and stuff. And then, of course, like I grew as an artist. And then I started to develop, and I graduated from high school, went to college, and then I came back to the Mattapan Teen Center to work and teach kids how to make beats, songwriting, A&R work, all that stuff. And then I had an opportunity to go to a studio session with Eche and JPRiZM. Of course, I also have a special relationship with Brian K. Price, whatever. He's been a great mentor to me, taught me a lot about music business, and like helped me get involved with this whole project. And to be honest, I just feel like the project really brought us together. If it wasn't for the project, we might not know each other.
Yeah.
Give or take Eche. But no, I mean, I had the privilege of like seeing these two young artists grow and develop and like impress me every time they perform. And I thought like it's really been a humbling experience for myself too, because I remember when I was younger, like 16. I'm 20 now, you know, I'm kind of old. But no, I'm not old. I'm kidding. No, but yeah, I'm 20 now, you know, and so I remember being 16 years old and like starting with the Mattapan Records, you know, and having opportunities and stuff like that. And I don't know, it's really just dope seeing now. It's like mentors giving back.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. How'd you guys get involved?
So I basically got involved through a program called Zoomix, and they were having their summer program thing, and I was like, okay, let me get into it. So I go in, and it's only like 2 people that were a part of the program. So I was like, should I keep going? Should I keep going? Because it's like it's only me, a bass person, and the music teacher. But I'm happy that I kept on going because, you know, like if I was at home, what would I do? But yeah, and then one day my music teacher was like, hey, 2 producers are coming over. They're trying to find someone for a project. I was like, project? And then I came to the audition. Turns out they weren't there for the audition. So I was like, okay, what can I do? They're like, record something and like send it. And I ended up sending a song that I made on my small phone. I just hate how small it is, but
It is pretty small.
yes, it is.
That's okay.
Yeah, it's all right because it got me here, and I'm happy.
Exactly.
Yeah, it ended up being an original song that I was making. It's called Kiss, but yeah, but like I just got to finish it like a few months ago, and I'm really, really happy. But yeah, I'm just glad that this small phone brought me here.
Yeah, it's all about just doing the most with what you have, and that's awesome. What about you?
So I first heard of Boston Rise through JUMA's class. So as he mentioned before, he taught an elective at my class, which I ended up taking, called The Message Movement. And midway, like final project, he talked to us about Boston Rise and how him and Jared, who was teaching we're starting this program, and how they wanted to get kids out there and their voices out there. So I had ended up showing JUMA my poem, the I'm Not Living poem at the end of class, and he was like, that would be really nice to get on. And I was like, yeah. Let's do this.
That's what's up. So we're gonna keep it over here for a minute. What was your favorite moment making this album?
My favorite moment was basically everything. I enjoyed coming in, feeling comfortable, the pizza, the recording. I just like the fact that it's like, wow, like I've never done this before. It's like I'm actually standing in front of a microphone recording, just like how people actually do to make songs. You know, it's just the overall. It's like totally different because usually when I'm recording on my phone, it's just I have to figure out a quiet space where my two sisters will make a lot of noise. And if you're listening, Deborah, yes, I'm talking about you. Yeah, but yeah, it's like I had to try my best. But like now, it's like I'm in a quiet space. Let's just go.
Nice. Do you play the drums too?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Can you repeat the question? I'm so sorry.
What was your favorite moment?
I think growing and learning more. I think there's something I learned from everyone in this room. And I think just like expanding my knowledge and looking different ways and learning something from each one, I think was my favorite part of the experience because I learned a lot and like I really got to spread my voice, which is another thing that I really liked. Expanding my voice. I'm pretty sure I know for a fact every performance someone new listens to me and is like, wow, like that there's like one line where that really just sticks to them. And I think spreading my voice is also another big thing that I liked.
Yeah, that's what's up. What about y'all?
One more time with the question.
What was your favorite moment? Or you can answer a different question.
Ooh, okay. So I feel like I could go first with this. I feel like my favorite moment in Boston Rise, or my favorite thing about it is like how taken care of we are. I feel like they take very good care. If honestly, if my career as an artist, like if I didn't have to manage everything, if I just had to walk into a show, do my thing, and then get a check, and then I'm cool and whatever, or like all I have to do is network or whatever, I would be chilling right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, I mean, they definitely made the process as convenient as possible. You know, the most we had to do is like come to something, you know, and be ourselves, you know.
That's awesome.
Show up and be ourselves and be the people that we're on the project for, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I felt like that's really dope about the project. And this, to be honest, I'm not taking this for granted because there's so many things like as an artist that you would like to be done for you that you have to learn how to do yourself. Especially with so many like super extraordinary business people or like social media making it very difficult for you to make excuses.
Yeah.
You know, and one specific example was the record company show, right? And we came, they took great care of us. I mean, it was my second time at the Sinclair, but like this time it was a little different because it was like an organization event. You know what I mean? And the organization the record company specific took really good care of us. They took really good care of us. We performed. They loved our performances. I met a lot of people that have been like on the scene for a while. People I've been looking at when I was 15, 16 years old, and now I'm in the same room performing with them and stuff. So I definitely like appreciate how well they take care of us and bring us to these type of facilities.
That's what's up.
You know.
Nice work, guys.
I guess the floor is mine now. Everybody didn't take the words right out of my mouth, but what I'm gonna say is that out of all this, I think it taught me to never get comfortable. I think when you look back and you reflect on yourself as an artist, you'll have many things to say about yourself. We're all insecure. We all got things about ourselves that we want to polish up that the world actually may cherish the most about us. And the things we feel like may be the strongest suits that we have, maybe stuff that we need work on in the eyes of everybody else. Long story short, I think what I appreciated the most was in just being in the same room as many artists that, like Clark said, you know, these are people that in some way, shape, or form, you know, have left a mark on us and influence on us that we don't forget. I was just seeing Dutch Rebel the other day. I was like, I seen you at like one of my earliest shows as a kid. You know what I'm saying? It's good to finally be back in the same room. And I think it has me at a point where I have more faith in myself and these three individuals you see beside me because of it. So to answer the question, I think it's just the drive, the motivation, and walking away knowing now that these are the people I have in mind who are up late at night with me, trying to figure out how to make the next thing pop. You know what I'm saying? How to make the next record to capture the eyes of everybody else, to capture the ears of everybody else, for it to resonate with them for the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
So
that was going to be my question to all of y'all too, is like, how do you find balance? Like, You know what I mean? Like, some of you are still in school, I'm assuming. You have families. Maybe some of you are working already or have a part-time job or what have you. How do you find balance, and how do you take care of yourselves in the midst of having all of these things going on?
Okay, I'll go first on this one. With me, poetry is a coping mechanism. So whenever I feel like there's something difficult, there's something on my mind, I definitely go straight to poetry, straight to expressing myself, simply because I feel like there's no one else to express. Like, no one understands me the way I understand myself. Therefore, I write my poems to express myself, and there's a lot of deep meaning where, like, it's just like very relatable stuff that I write about. So, like, the way I find time is, like, whenever there's a stressful moment, like, everything's put on pause and it's poetry that I go to. Or, like, whenever, like, I'm in class and I'm thinking about something, I definitely write down a line or two on a piece of paper and definitely come back to it and write it in a journal or on my phone or something like that.
I'm gonna go next. You know, I got an OG in my neighborhood that I look up to. Shout out to Mill. He would tell me that, you know, there's 24 hours in a day. We got very limited time on this earth. How are we gonna use it? I spend 8 at school. The 2 hours that I'm gonna use on the bus ride, what am I gonna do until I fall asleep? I'm gonna write. Why? Because as soon as I get down to the Boys and Girls Club, what am I gonna do? Get to the studio. Make sure that I get my homework set aside, study. It's been a process. It's been hard. It's not easy. I'm proud to say that we took on lifestyles that were different from the average student. That was what made us special. I think the balance is just finding the important things, because we get caught up sometimes in, you know, the social circles, and we find ourselves paying more attention to things that aren't going to benefit us 5 years down the road. So I think it's about treating time like as precious as it is, and realizing that while we're here, we got a choice to make. We got an impact to leave. So what we gonna do? That's it.
I feel like, I'm not sure if you're okay, right. So I feel like the most important thing I learned, you know, being in college, and doing music full time, and like taking like 8-9 classes at once, and then like being in a full-fledged relationship, and balancing everything is just time management. I personally believe, as I said before, like, if it wasn't for God, I would not be making music. There are certain things that I've been getting away with in school, like grades. It could be deadlines that I know I missed and I should not be able to turn in this assignment, or this person asked me for this beat 2 weeks ago and they paid me. What am I gonna tell them when you know what I mean? But God has put me in a circumstance where He's taught me to do the right things at the right time, you know? Like, it's not about doing every assignment, it's about doing the right assignments, you know? And also, it's like, should I go to the gym and play basketball, or should I do my homework? Oh, finals is coming, should I study for finals, or should I procrastinate? You know what I mean? It's like eliminating distractions is a really important part of growing up, and like allocating time to your craft, like treating your craft like a 9 to 5, just like the way you structure school, whatever, is very important in succeeding as an artist. You know, so that's what I learned.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
I've been trying to form my answer, but basically he kind of took everything I wanted to say. It's like, okay, here we go. How do I say it? All right. Basically, I'm just like, what do I want to do more? Do I want to do this, or do I want to do that? Then I just have to go down the line. Who are you, Deanna? Well, I am an awkward person on the outside, but when it comes to anything else, I go hard for it. And that's what I'm gonna do. So I just choose to go hard instead of, you just gotta do what you can, and then any opportunity that you take, that's when you go even harder. So like, yeah, I got homework, but hey, I don't care.
That's priority. No, stay in school.
Priorities.
That's what's up. Well, I can tell why you guys all ended up in this program, because you're very thoughtful, very focused, and the music sounds good too. So shout out to y'all for going for it and putting yourself in those positions where you could then keep getting into bigger and better positions and doing stuff like this.
Thank you.
Now you're on radio. You never done this. Is your first time, right? Let the people at home know that you didn't practice. You've never done this.
No, you all are, to echo what Uncle Sam had said, you all are amazing. Some of the principles and the tools and the knowledge that you all have right now is some stuff that us adults don't even know yet, or even how to navigate as being an artist. And it sounds like time management, balance, healing yourselves, pouring out into your art, and making sure that you are able to keep what's important and on the forefront of your mind is amazing. And I really want to say thank you to both of you, JUMA and you, Jared. Like, y'all are amazing because you are gearing them up for like this world. And from what I've seen and heard thus far, like, you all are well on your way. So thank you for just being here. You just inspired me.
Yeah, thank you guys. And so this will be up. This will be online tomorrow. iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, LFODradio.com. Tell your friends they can tune in. Subscribe now if you want to get it right away. Otherwise, you can follow us at LFOD Radio _ on Twitter. All you guys at Boston Rises. I'm sure people can find your individual ats going through there. So definitely get at them at Boston Rises. This album is out everywhere as well, right? Spotify, iTunes, everything. Boston Rise. The color's blue and like a pinkish color. It's the city. And maybe that's orange. It's blue and orange. And we're going to get some extra bars from at least one of them.
Let's get it.
And so stay tuned for that. Hashtag extra bars. If you're an artist tuned in, submissions at LFODradio.com. Check out our YouTube if you haven't too. We got a bunch of show videos up there and mad stuff like that. We'll be back next week with DJ Alcide doing another Alcide mix. That is the last guest of the season. Then we got one more episode and we're out of here. So y'all can come back for the alumni cypher too. You guys have been on. So we'll be doing that in July. We're going to get out of here with I'm Not Living. This is Lilly's spoken word piece with a JPRiZM backdrop. You are tuned in to LFOD Radio. Thank you guys. So I got to ask you guys, the interview is not over. For those listening, we're out in the break room. We ask the most important question to each of you and go around the line. Clark D, what does live free or die mean to you?
Live free or die? I guess it means to me is like, don't live your life with a constraint of regrets, or like, don't hold yourself back from pursuing whatever you want to do. Like, if you died right now, could you say that like, I made a satisfactory decision in my life? I didn't settle for something due to my circumstances, because life is not about the choices you make, it's about how you adapt, and your dreams can adapt to any circumstance you're in, you feel me? So living free just means, in my opinion, like pursuing what you want to pursue and helping others too, so.
All right.
Yeah.
AJ.
It's weird. I was thinking about the question, and for some reason, my history teacher would be proud because the quote that came to mind was, I think Samuel Adams said, he said, "Give me liberty or give me death." That was what came to mind for some reason. I don't know. I'm a nerd. But to me, that honestly, like Clark said, no boundaries, no limitations, and, understanding that in this life there is no definition in how to live besides what we each find for ourselves. So honestly, it's either that or being buried 6 feet deep, and that's something that people should use as a tool, as a guide to live by, in a sense, All
right. Deanna.
I guess, I don't know. The only way I can answer this question is if I talk to me. Like, once again, I am an awkward person, even though if I don't want to admit it, I am. Like, I do hold myself back. And I guess live free or die in terms of me means that, like, I'm going to have to at least say, forget it all and just do everything that you can, just forget about what ifs and what happens and all that stuff, and just actually go for it, because one of these days it's going to be life or death in terms of what you want to be, what you want to do, and all that stuff. So at some point I'm going to have to let go. So live free or die to me means like just Just do what you gotta do and stop worrying about what other people say, because it's not really gonna get you anywhere. It doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah, when we set up the camera, I was like, if you sit here, you're gonna be main one on camera. Do you want it? And you're like, I gotta get used to it. And boom. You know, it looked like you didn't want it, but you're like, I gotta get used to it. So that's what's up. Lily, what's happening?
I think I would have the same answer as everyone previously, but dying it would be a little bit different, because I don't think dying means that you necessarily have to be dead. I think it's just you're living by everyone else's standard, and having a poem named "I'm Not Living," I think it's kind of coincidence. This question. I don't think you have to be dead to be kind of dying. I think you can kill yourself by putting yourself in boundaries and following all the rules. There's too many rules to follow in order to satisfy everyone. So I think either you're living your life that you want to live, or living the life that everybody else wants you to live.
Spoken like a message alumni.
All right, thank you guys. I appreciate that. You guys gotta answer this too.
Oh man, Sam, you from New Hampshire, man?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's what's up, man. Live free or die. I mean, they said it all. You know,
they said it all.
They really did.
They said all right.
Nah, they just trying to keep themselves out and not answer the question.
Ryan has an answer in the back.
Ryan has it. Do you?
I don't have an answer.
You're a lawyer. You need an answer.
Yeah.
Lawyers always have an answer.
One of them. So I'm gonna grab a little piece of what each of them said and ditto that. You know.
Yeah.
So. Do what you gotta do. Be free in doing it. Only person I'll be a slave to is God. Everyone else, I'm not anybody's slave, and so I'm gonna be free. And if I can't be a slave to God, then do with me what you will. And that's living free.
All right. Thank you guys. Thank you.